Well, hello there, all my friends on the interwebs who love miniatures. I'm Doc Eon. It's Monday, and I'm here to ramble. Now, I'm here to ramble on Monday the, what is it? 9th, 10th, something. Anyway, we're in September. It's 2024. Anyway, so what have I finished this past week? Not a whole lot. The thing I've gotten done is I have been experimenting with busts. Now, you might remember this one. I painted this a while back to try out my printer to see how high quality I can get with an FDM printer and if it would look good painted up. This is a very simple figure, so I thought, okay, let's do another experiment. Let's tweak all the settings to 200% and print this out again. Mostly because I was concerned about this, some portions where the print was getting in the way. The quality of the print was not good, where the eye met the hair there. So 200% apparently turned out to be a lot bigger than I expected it to be. So I painted it different colors, and yes, the print came out better in the sections that I was concerned about. However, it also displayed problems with the model. It like this portion here on her back, where her back meets this shirt, just isn't sculpted well. It's not designed well in the actual model. It's like so the shirt, the tank top definitely has to go here, but there's another ridge here. Like if you look carefully, it's like her back is bulging out. It's weird. She has a hunch back. Anyway, so I chose different colors. I chose a more tan skin tone and inverted the color scheme. So instead of a green tank top, we have a green beret and a light blue tank top. And yeah, I'm happy with the practice I got painting a larger scale figure. I got to practice techniques that are to make it look more subtle, to make more subtle transitions. And so that part of it, I think, was a success. However, I think we can confidently say that I'm not going to be doing a lot of models at this scale for high quality painting with this printer, because the print lines of the FDM and some other artifacts here and here, and yeah, it's not terrific. But as I said, it was a good learning experience. It was good practice. You can I don't know if I want to put still pics of this up. So we'll probably just end the video after the outro. But, you've seen enough of it here. Maybe I will put still pics. We'll see. Anyway, let's move on to the work table, and I'll explain what else I have or have not gotten done. Here's the big slew of Pathfinder creatures. Well, Reaper minis, I should say. And not much has happened with them, and so the reason I have gotten so little painting done, just that one bust, is that last week started with me catching a cold, and that screwed me over for several days. I did not have the energy to paint or do anything that required concentration. Once I got over that, and you might hear something in my throat, this is normal. Whenever I have a cold or a flu, I get over most of the symptoms fairly quickly, like mostly within 48 or 72 hours. I get no more sniffles or headaches or fever or anything like that. But I tend to have a slightly sore throat for at least a week after. Anyway, after that, we got hit by a heat wave. We got hit by unseasonably hot weather here in Sweden. We got like 30 degrees Celsius, even slightly above that on the warmest point of the day in September. I mean, we don't get that sort of heat in the middle of summer usually. That's like absurd amounts of heat. And being raised in this cold climate, I'm not used to that, and I don't deal with it very well. I get drained of energy by the heat, actually, and I just want to sit and drink something cool in the shade. And again, I don't want to work. I don't want to do anything that requires focus. So I couldn't muster the energy to paint very much. Well, will I be able to gin up more energy in the coming week? I certainly hope so, because I have all these projects in my backlog, and they are interesting projects. I do, think about them and think about how I should paint them. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to get on it. Gonna get back on the horse, so to speak. That's the ambition. Oh, and yes, new models. Very newly prepped, as in glued together and primed and also undercoated with a flat black spray from my airbrush. We have these mechanical Malifaux horrors, all very deep black. It's the Peacekeeper and the two medical automatons. Now I'm painting these off their bases because I decided to use these bases that I already painted as experiments a long time ago, and they've been lying around my bits box since then. And I thought, no, they're perfect for these. I'll just paint these off the bases and then pin them to the bases. This one, though, is on a newly constructed by me cobblestone base. Now, as often with these new Malifaux kits, assembly it took me a while to figure out, and in this one, I glued the head on wrong. It's looking to one side, at least on the box art and in the instructions. It should be looking forward. It's just that I couldn't figure out while assembling it which way was forward. So, doesn't matter. I mean, the head of this robot should be able to rotate. It should be able to look in all directions. So if it happens to be looking to the side right now, that's not a big deal. And anyway, these guys are going to be mostly metallic, so they're going to be easy to paint. Wasn't there one more Malifaux, you wonder? Well, there was this kit. But the weird thing here was when I opened the box, it was empty. It was shrink wrapped. It looked completely new, but the contents were missing. Very, very, very odd. Anyway, I contacted the store and they gave me my money back. So, no harm done that way. A little disappointed. Seemed like a fun mini to paint, but oh well. Shit happens. Yeah, so these will probably, as I mentioned, be fairly quick and easy to paint. Well, with all that on my plate, it's not like I really need to prep anything new, but as you know, I just like prepping stuff, even if I'm doing it slowly. So I'm not in any rush right now to add to my queue, but I thought I would have a look at these Achtung Cthulhu minis. And I'll have a big box of Achtung Cthulhu minis. I picked out these two blisters because... Well, to be honest, because these two blisters are broken, they keep spilling the contents out into the box. So, let's take them out and paint them. So the Bloodborne are, I'm not really sure what they are, little creatures. There's 3 of them. The Chthonians are just 2, I believe, because they're slightly bigger, and they have all these freaking tentacles or something that need to be attached. So that's, that might take a while. So that's a reason to get started prepping these, even if I'm not going to be finished prepping them by next week, or even start painting them by next week, certainly. Yeah, not much to say about them. They're just sort of Cthulhuoid monsters. I don't. The Bloodborne. It doesn't seem like a concept that I've read in Lovecraft. It might be something invented for this game. Chthonians, of course, are well known, but well, I'll have to read up on it and see what they are. Anyway, that was what I had to show you this episode. Hopefully next episode will be more finished stuff, but you'll just have to tune in to see. For now, give this a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe, and join me next week. Same day of the week, same channel, same Dakion, but I'm now signing off.